And welcome to Let's Meditate with Sharada and Tony, proudly provided by the Wellbeing Reconnection Foundation.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this evening's gathering. With a bit of luck, tonight we will have no ID glitches. So it's been a beautiful day today here in Nubina. We've had beautiful sunshine all day and not much wind. And it's very interesting today because we went for a walk down around Parsons Bay and the tide was exceptionally low and we could see sandbars from across the way that we've never seen before, being here for 2 years. So it's very interesting, what's happening around our beautiful oceans at the moment. So make the most of every day because tomorrow could be a very big surprise. So let's begin by just closing our eyes and just connecting with ourselves and just remembering that we are magnificent spirits having a human adventure. And just tune into your body and just make sure that your shoulders, neck, head, and that you are at ease and relax. And just have your shoulders, just making sure that they're not tight and just wiggle them if you need to. And then just allowing your hands to rest on your thighs with your palms facing up and your thumb and forefinger in a circle. That helps to keep the flow of energy flowing beautifully within our temple of the spirit. We will begin by focusing on the area of our hearts. That's where the spark of the divine exists within us. And we're going to imagine that as we breathe in the gift of life from the universe, we are going to allow our whole body, every cell of our skin, allow the pores to open and receive the gift of life. And as we breathe out from our hearts again, we're breathing out our appreciation and gratitude. And we're sharing that with the whole of creation. Breathing in through the pores of the skin, the gift of life, and breathing out from our hearts through the pores, appreciation and gratitude to the whole of creation. Remembering also that we are one. One with the divine, one with our hearts. So continue to breathe the gift of life through the pores of our skin into our hearts. And from our hearts, as we breathe out our appreciation and gratitude for who we are at this point of our adventure in this lifetime, as we are one with the whole of creation. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Focus your attention on the area of your heart. Imagine your breath flowing in and out of your heart center. Breathing slower and deeper than normal. Breathing in to the count of 7, hold to the count of 7. Breathing out to the count of 7 and hold to the count of 7. Let us begin. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we will move to our next little exercise. And that is to remind ourselves that we are the most powerful chief executive officer of our inner state of being. Things that happen outside of us, most of the time we have no control over. Our inner state of being, though, we are born with the gift of being able to be 100% responsible for it. And as we also know now that science has found out that there are molecules of emotions floating around in our cells. And all these molecules of emotions, depending on the levels of these chemicals, we actually feel it. And so when we feel happy, that's because there are lots of molecules of happiness floating around in our cells. And the same with when we're angry, or when we are joyful, or when we are at ease. Every single feeling that we have corresponds to the levels of chemicals in our cells. And we have the capacity to actually produce consciously the different types of chemicals in our cells. And I like to invite everyone to practice producing joy chemicals, because joy is one of those beautiful chemicals that actually strengthens our immune system and supports all our cells to function in the most efficient way. So the more joy we have in our cells, the more our cells function very well. And the way we do this is to consciously go back into our memory banks and find an event, a person or a pet that brought us a lot of joy in our hearts. And we bring this memory up to our mind's eye and we entertain this memory. And by doing that, we are actually giving ourselves permission to produce even more of these joy chemicals. And then with our beautiful imagination, we can imagine that our beautiful hearts, is a big ball of light. And within this heart, there are little sparks of light carrying the joy chemicals. And then we are going to allow these little sparks to spread from the heart and touch every single cell in our body. 36 trillion cells. And as this little spark touch the cell with the chemicals of joy, the cells will light up with joy. And we start from the top of our heads and we just observe the magnificent spirit is observing the little sparks of joy touching every cell in this beautiful physical body of ours. All the way down the face, the neck, the shoulders, down the arms, all the way to the tips of the fingers, all the way down the legs to the tips of the toes. And just take a moment. Connect back to the magnificent spirit that we are, observing the sparkling cells as filled with joy. And then we go to our next exercise that we do, and that is to consciously purify, strengthen, and realign the 3 powerful energy centers in our bodies. The first one is just beneath our navel. And here we repeat the sound. Ah, and this ancient sound reverberate deep into our first energy center, purifying it, strengthening it, and realigning it with the rest of the energy centers for our optimal health and well-being. And then we shift our focus to the second energy center, the solar plexus center. Here we repeat the sound ooh, and we allow this sound to reverberate deep into the solar plexus center, purifying it, strengthening it, and realigning it with the other centers for our optimal health and well-being. And then we shift our focus to the third energy center, our throat center. And here we repeat the sound and we allow this sound to reverberate deep into our throat center, purifying it, strengthening it, and realigning it with all of the other energy centers for our optimal health and well-being. And we will shift our focus from one center to the other and repeating the corresponding sound in a nice, smooth fashion. And we will repeat this 21 times with Sadhguru. So just bring your focus back to your heart. And your breath. And let us continue to meditate, focusing on our hearts and our breath, remembering that we are magnificent spirits. We are pure consciousness. We are one with the whole of creation. very gently, just bring your awareness back to your breath and your heart, and remaining connected with your magnificent spirit, the spark of the divine in the whole of creation. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and allow yourself some moments to become fully present. And then when you're ready, you're welcome to open your eyes and acclimatize yourself to the beautiful, oh, look at it. We still have the light shining in here, which is lovely. We didn't even have to use our beautiful, big, shiny light to give us. So thank you everyone for coming and joining us tonight. It's a pleasure hosting this and spending this time with you all. And just remember, we are going to be summer soon, and that's when you need to be even more vigilant about how much you give your cute little cells their water, because we are, after all, 70% water. So we've got to make sure that we're not drying our little cells and giving it lots of yummy water to drink. And of course, make sure that you eat well and go for walks in the fresh air. And most importantly, spend time with your loved ones. So take care, everybody. And our website is sort of up and working, sort of. But so if you find anything there that's not supposed to be there, just drop us a line and we'll fix it up. So thank you all again and have a great week. Be happy, be healthy, and be absolutely joyful. So bye for now.